As Jesus and the apostles were leaving the gates of Jerusalem, he said to them, "Tonight, each of you will abandon me, but when I rise from the dead, I'll meet up with you again at Galilee." And Peter said, "Lord, I would never abandon you, even if everyone else does." Jesus stopped and looked directly at him. "Peter, tonight you will deny even knowing me, and not just once. Before the rooster crows, 3 times you will tell people that you don't know me." Oh, Peter was shocked at this. "Lord, I wouldn't deny you, even if my life depended upon it." And the other apostles began to say the same about themselves. "Lord, we would not deny you. We'll never abandon you." They continued along their walk until they came near to the Garden of Gethsemane, a place where Jesus liked to pray often. He had the apostles stop and stay at the entrance, and he said, "Stay awake. Pray that you don't fall into temptation." And when he went into the garden, he took Peter and James and John along with him. He said to them, "I am overcome with grief to the point of death. Stay here, stay awake, pray with me." And Jesus went further into the garden, and he knelt down by a large rock, and he said, "Father, if it be possible that you could take this cup of anguish from me, but not my will, but yours." And when Jesus finished praying, he returned to Peter and James and John, but found them sleeping. "You couldn't stay awake with me for 1 hour? Peter, stay awake, pray with me. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." And Jesus returned to the rock in the garden, and he said, "Father, if I have to drink this cup to make it pass, then your will be done, not mine." And again he returned to the 3 apostles to find them sleeping. "Why are you sleeping?" They couldn't even answer him. And for a final time, Jesus went into the garden. He knelt down and he said, "Father, if you will, take this cup of anguish from me, but not my will, but yours be done." And then an angel appeared to give Jesus strength, and his sweat fell to the ground as drops of blood. He returned once more to find the apostles sleeping. Sleep. The time is near. Now Judas was coming with a band of guards, and they were carrying clubs and torches and swords. And he said to the guards as they approached the garden, "Now watch closely, because the one whom I kiss is Jesus of Nazareth." Jesus now woke up the apostles and said, "Get up, my betrayer is here." Judas walked directly into the garden. He came up to Jesus and he kissed him. And Jesus said, "Judas, you would betray me with a kiss." Jesus then turned to the guards and he said, "Whom do you seek?" And they said, "We are here for Jesus of Nazareth." And Jesus said, "I am he." And with those 3 simple words, the guards were knocked off of their feet and flat on the ground. They looked about, they scrambled back to their feet. And again, Jesus asked, "Who are you looking for?" And they said, "We're here for Jesus of Nazareth." And Jesus said, "And I have told you, I am he. Now let these others go." Peter finally realized what was happening, and he pulled out his sword and he attacked the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. And Jesus said, "Peter, stop! You still don't understand? I could call to my Father and he would send legions of angels to protect me. And then Jesus reached out and touched the ear of the servant, and it was restored. And at that moment, all of the apostles turned and ran away. The guards stepped forward, they grabbed Jesus, they bound his hands, and they led him away from the garden.